this and this.
Strixhaven.
Hey everybody, we are live, or at least we're trying to be. We're having some serious technical difficulties, so if you can, yeah, I don't think you're even able to hear us, but if you are, you're more than welcome to sound off in chat. We're trying to figure things out on our end, so we may cut in and out, but it's just, we're having some issues. So, like I said, if you can hear us, let us know, but otherwise, we gotta try to figure some things out. Alright, we'll be back. Yeah, that's a big old... Start streaming again. I haven't ended the stream on YouTube yet, so... Oh, what's this on right now? Okay, it's on us. Alright, so hey, apparently, Marcus, thank you so much. It says that you can hear us. I appreciate that. Can you see everything okay? Like, it looks wonky as hell on our end, but at least the stream does. My computer looks perfectly fine. I'm on Arena right now. So as long as everything looks okay on our end of things, then or on your end of things, I should say, then I'll just pretend that it looks okay on our end.
Yeah. Yeah, there's an error that keeps coming up on YouTube. I think it's a YouTube Live issue at the moment.
Yeah, but it's not if
other people are streaming on YouTube at the moment. Playback.
Looks normal to me. Awesome. All right, thank you so much. Then
okay.
We'll keep going as if
yeah, we've got issues on this side, but everything looks fine to you.
Yeah, see if you can pop out the chat as well. Like, obviously we're seeing chat updates, so
Marcus, are you hearing our AC unit in the background being
we should
loud?
probably turn that off.
Because if it's, we'll leave it on if he doesn't hear it.
Good point. Because it's hot in here.
We are sweating.
Well, and especially, all the stress of figuring this nonsense out doesn't help.
Yeah.
This is making a deck, right? Yeah. Okay. Goodbye. I figured, we'll give it a try. But, where you going?
Just move
this way?
under the table.
Okay.
He didn't notice until we said something. Okay. Would it bother you if we left it on?
Yeah.
I'll just ask you because you're the only one here, and so that's
not true.
The only thing I
Elfo.
Get. Oh, Elfo's here. Hello.
Welcome. Happy Monday, everybody. We had a bit of a stressful moment getting in here, but
yes,
we're here now.
We're having, typical Monday issues.
All of the technical difficulties, but we are here. We are happy. We hope everybody had a great weekend, as always. I guess for those of you who may be new, whether you are live or watching on the VOD, what's going on, everybody? This is Joe.
And Amy.
And we are Geek for All, and we are here playing some MTG Arena here on Magic Monday.
Yes.
Thank you, Marcus. Appreciate that. We are going to go ahead and go back to finishing our draft from last week. We are Prismari, and we are 2-1.
Ah.
So that's something.
Okay.
Reminding myself of the deck.
Oh, okay. So Elfo thinks the AC is too loud.
Yeah, that's
so
fine.
Let's shut it.
Not a problem. All right, so we have 3 elemental masterpieces. Those are our big cards that we're waiting on.
Well, I mean, we've also got some other good stuff in here. We've got a couple of these flyers, these waterfall things.
Sure.
We got a berry in books. We got these practical research.
Right.
That's a pretty good card.
Right. I was just talking about game enders that actually win us the game.
Oh,
like a 3/1 flyer will chip in eventually. It's fine. I was just saying that's why I mentioned that one in particular.
I'm just saying that's not the only mentionable thing in the deck.
Sure. And then notably also we have 2 expanded anatomy and 2 elemental summoning.
Ooh.
Which is why we have things like First Day of Class and Pop Quiz, etc. So, yeah, we also have our Frostboil Snarl and our Prismari Campus. So, yeah, we're doing it.
Okay.
We're doing things.
Elfo says, Rutha plus Masterpiece is nice.
Correct. Plus, Masterpiece plus Pillar Drop Warden is very nice as well. So being able to either play it or discard it and then get it back from the graveyard and play it either again or for the first time or whatever. But yeah, that's kind of what we've been going for with this type of a strategy, is just play as many elemental masterpieces as we can and then win with 4/4 elementals, you know. Okay, Redfield X as Elspeth is who we're playing against. Okay. I mean, 4, 4, 5, and 4 with 3 land isn't great. I don't like mulliganing this because we have a good number of land, but I think I should because there's just nothing going on. And if we don't draw our 4th land, there's literally nothing going on, but...
Yeah.
Fine. These can be discarded to make treasures.
Okay.
This is 3, this is 3, and this is 3. Okay. So
all right. Well,
we'll do our best. We have no creatures, notably. Unlike the other hand. And we have to get rid of one of them?
Yep, we do.
All right, let's get rid of the Enthusiastic Study. Because, again, these can make treasures. These are awkward hands, man. Awkward hands. That's fine,
all right,
I guess.
a 3rd land is good.
Oh, our opponent said hello. Well, hello to you as well, Redfield X. Or Redfield 10. Is that a... Not that... Well, maybe you'll understand this, maybe you won't. I'm curious if their name is a Resident Evil reference or not.
No,
It's a hall miner. Okay.
I'm unfamiliar with the games. I did watch a couple of the movies, but I don't remember any of the characters.
Well, there's a character by the name of Chris Redfield, which is...
I'll take your word for it.
Okay. He's been in many games... You know, not quite 10 games, at least to my knowledge, but maybe. All right, so they have an Archway Commons, which they have to tap a land for. So, I mean, hey, you know, this Hall Monitor is getting in for some damage. Let's make a treasure.
Also is asking if we're making tokens with this deck.
I mean, the Elemental Masterpieces, obviously, but that's kind of it.
Because he says insane.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, so Magecraft... 4, 5. I don't think we need to discard this one. We have enough land now, right? I mean, this is our 4th land here. And this would be 5 if we draw like a 5-drop. And I think that's like it. Like we have 5 drops and then these, right? So like we'll eventually get to 7, but we don't need the treasures right now. And Prismari Apprentice is a fine blocker for their rando 1/1 that's been attacking us. And then we can... If we sack a creature and their creature gets +3/+3 and flying. Okay, well, nothing we can do about any of that.
That sucks.
It actually doesn't. The fact that they used that this early on and that's all it did was get rid of our 2/2 for 2.
Yeah, good point.
I'm okay.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, look, here's our Waterfall Aerialist, which I'll play the land for first so we don't lose the treasure for no reason. Okay. Now, obviously, we can't block here, which is fine. I mean, this Hall Monitor is going the distance today. That's for damn sure.
Elfo says, power play. Sack a treasure to make a treasure.
Exactly. All right, so no blocks on the 1/1, obviously. Way to go, Hall Monitor. Professor of Zoomancy. Okay.
Gross.
It's fine. Let's play another land. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One more land.
Oh, nice.
Gets this Elemental Masterpiece.
That's
do we
nice.
pop quiz or... No, we scry one, then draw twice? This is a wizard, right? Yeah, it is. Yeah, we scry one, then draw twice. Prismari Campus. That's a good one. I'll take that. And then if this is a land, it gets to go away. It is. Goodbye. I don't need you. Okay. Well,
No, you got a different one anyway.
Interesting. Now if we pop quiz, we don't get to do this next turn. So, combat. 4, 5, 6. It's not great. Don't love that. We're going to take a butt ton of damage. But I don't want to block with my 3/1 anyway, so... Yeah. But yeah, it just means that we have to play our mountain next turn. Instead of the Prismari Campus, because we need 7 untapped, and this enters tapped. So, But it did mean we had 3 land in a row. It's just that the first one was the campus, and I didn't want to scry it away because it's a campus. It's better than any other land we could have gotten, technically, because it does things. All right, so they're attacking for 5, which is fine. Can't play pop quiz, despite the fact that they really want me to. Guess I'll do this and this. Sort my hand properly. Yes, no? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are 3 colors, 6 land on the field. At least 3 colors, I should say. Ah, devouring tendrils. Okay. That resolves. They have to pay 2 more, which they can. Okay, so our flyer dies. And they gain 2 life. Alright.
Yikes.
Okay, now this says target creature can't block this turn. That's fine, because we're making 2 creatures. So, go, Elemental Masterpiece. Auto pay. And we drew the Pillar Drop Warden, which 1 is a good blocker, and 2 is a great way to get back an Elemental Masterpiece, of which we have 2 in the graveyard presently.
Nice.
It's pretty nice.
Oh, Erica's here. She says, "Oh, hi, friends, heart."
Hey, Erica. Gross.
Joe just killed an ant.
They sure did. It was crawling on my desk, and I was not a fan. All right, so now they don't have enough mana because they Pigment Stormed to kill one of our elementals. So they only have 1 land left, so they pass, which is very nice. Now, if I play a land, I can play both of these. But if I don't... or I should say if I play Prismari Campus, I should have specified, but that's fine. I'll play the Campus and the Warden, and obviously not attack. Yeah. Because again, now they can make something unable to block. That's somewhat irrelevant. This ability can only be activated as a sorcery, so it's going to be a little while before we can do that. Although, Pop Quiz for 3 gets us the lesson for 5, which gets us another elemental. So we'll definitely do that. Ah, Combat Professor as a flyer. Thankfully, we have reach for a little while. Although, if they make it unable to block, you know, but still. The Professor of Zoomancy is going to be able to do some stuff, but that's only if they get bold here. Okay, they did it. Interesting. They haven't... Yeah, they were trying to use the Hall Monitor. You can't do it now. Can you? Damn it. Alright, that's annoying. Do we go to 2 here? Yeah. Okay. We go to 2. Because we're going to get another one in a moment. We're going to go like this. We're going to pop quiz. We're going to draw a card. It's another... Jesus Christ. It's another land. We'll get the elemental summoning. We'll play the elemental summoning. And then we'll pass. Alright. This is frustrating now.
Yeah, it really is.
We scried a land away as well.
Yeah.
And we've drawn like so many of them in a row.
And our hand only had 2 lands.
Oh, we lose. Okay, my mistake. They got the flyer and they kill us. Too slow. Way too slow. Okay. Yeah, that was a weird game for our deck. Okay, we're 2-2. Let's keep it going. Anyway, we had a fun, interesting weekend.
Erica says she hopes we're doing well. She's currently very anxious about potential thunderstorms.
Oh.
I guess in her area.
It was raining a little bit yesterday, I think, over here. But nothing like crazy, so yeah, good luck.
Our storms are never really that bad here.
Snowstorms are, rainstorms, thunderstorms are.
Yeah, snowstorms.
That's fair.
Well, snowstorms here are... There's a lot of squalls in this area.
This hand's
but
great.
The storm itself isn't usually that bad. It's just like the wind blowing the snow that's already fallen that I feel like is a big issue in this area.
Okay. Wow. Legit, I cannot express to you how amazing this hand is.
Good.
Holy
Because after
crap.
the last game,
Yeah.
we deserve to have a good
But
hand.
this hand's insane. It's just so good now.
Good.
All right, so Pledge Mage first, then the other Pledge Mage second, if I can, if we don't have to, like, electrolyze something or whatever. Yeah, we don't. Okay, great. They said nice.
Oh.
Oh, because Prismari Campus, I guess?
Or the Pledge Mage?
I don't know. But they said it, like, way after we played it, so. Okay. Anyway.
Maybe it's because they're Rutha.
Because they have a Prismari Pledge Mage. Sure. All right, so we can't kill it with an electrolyze, but do we Mentor's Guidance here? And then, yeah, I guess we Mentor's Guidance. Trigger. Igneous Inspiration. What a top deck. Woo! Okay. And then a land, which 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sure. Eventually, we're gonna need 7, so that's a land. That's fine. Let's go with just the first striker for 4. If they block, their creature dies. Even if they have Snakeskin Veil, good. So they go to 16. We still have a blocker if we really need it, but we also have Igneous Inspiration, which is more likely what we're going to do.
I just like that card because geology.
Nice. All right, so we drew another land. Thanks, deck. This is phenomenal. Let's Igneous Inspiration. 3 damage to any target. Let's do the non-summoning sick one, I guess. And let's take Expanded Anatomy. And
So
then,
in other words, a penis pump.
Wow. We will attack with the Pledge Mage. They blocked and their creature died. Sweet. Okay. So we got rid of both of their Prismari Pledge Mages in one turn.
Nice.
Lovely. Reflective Golem. What does this thing do again? Whenever they cast an instant or a sorcery that targets only it, they can pay 2. And if they do, copy the spell and they can choose new targets. So we do have Elemental Masterpiece, by the way.
It hangs from the ceiling in a nightclub and just, makes everyone look so shiny and new.
All right, so I guess we do Expanded Anatomy on the Lorehold Pledge Mage, I guess, to give it more power as a first striker.
Oh, Erica says ever since the near misses with the tornadoes, she's just got massive anxiety with any kind of storm.
Gotcha.
That makes
totally
sense.
Understandable.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It makes total sense.
All right, let's mess them up a little bit, shall we? +3/+1 and trample. Magecraft triggers again. Let's get. Ooh, that's actually kind of a tough choice. I think I'm going to get the other Expanded Anatomy. The first one worked so damn well. They're at 10. They're at 7. Whew! And we have a 4/4 first striker on the field. Okay. Yeah, that feels really good. A 2/4. Oh, and a concession. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Chillway.
Yeah.
7.
They were stuck on land as well. But by the way, if people didn't see this deck last week, this is how it's supposed to work, not how it worked game 1.
Yeah.
Jesus.
And I didn't think our opponent in game 1 either. I forgot to. So we're just going to pretend like that one didn't happen.
Yeah, Arena can't do that, though.
Yeah, unfortunately
now we're
not.
listed as 3 and 2, annoyingly, but it's fine. It's all right. Nick Astley. It's like Rick Astley,
Nice.
but not. He doesn't look like... The Teferi doesn't look like Rick Astley at all. All right, 2 mana.
Rick Astley wishes that he looked like Teferi, is what I think you mean.
All right, I think I'm going to keep this one. This is not the smartest thing in the world, but we have Elemental Masterpiece to get a treasure, which can at least get us a creature. And then from there, hopefully we will have drawn our 3rd land, and there it is anyway.
Nice.
Okay.
Okay.
That's good.
They have Trinket.
We do need a second...
Yes.
Never mind. We don't...
Card gods.
We don't need a blessed thing. Do I Ew. Whenever Stonebound Mentor, by the way, so good. 1, 2, 3, 4.
You do really like that card, don't you?
It like overperforms. I feel like it's just so good. Magecraft +1/+0 until end of turn. Ooh, we drew Igneous Inspiration. I mean, I probably should, right? It's just Igneous Inspiration, hit the Stonebound Mentor, kill it, and then get an Elemental Summoning for later. I think is the way we want to go here. Land, a 2/2 attacks, sure. Let's see. Nothing second main. Nothing. Interesting. Okay. I mean, if that's the case, I'm just going to play this 2/2 First Striker against your Eager First Year. They could have, like, burn spells or something that they have, you know, triple red. So, alright, they play a Campus, sure. Aerialist goes here. Nothing. Again. 5th land means Elemental Summoning, means Lorehold Pledge Mage gets +1/+0. Make a 4/4, attack for 3. They've got to have something, right? I mean, first of all, they're taking a moment, so they likely have something. No, they just took it. Okay. Works for me, I guess. Defend the campus to destroy it, sure. No issues whatsoever. Ardent Dust Speaker. When it attacks, they can put an instant or a sorcery from their graveyard on the bottom of their library. If they do, exile the top 2 cards of their library, and they may play those cards this turn. So, okay. Hall Monitor for 1, and then we'd have 4 left, so we could play the Aerialist. But that's not spells. I guess we could do this and Hall Monitor. Oh, that's not enough, right? Interesting. Wow, I feel like that came up very quickly, that rope. But that's fine. Let's just play the Aerialist for now. We're at 14. We've got a little bit to play with, but not a ton. But the Eager First Year won't be able to attack into the Pledge Mage very well. The Dust Speaker obviously can attack all day. There's not much I can do about that. So, Pilgrim, that's great. They can go get land. They have a 2/1 now, which is, again, Pilgrim's a great card, but I'm not that worried about it in the immediacy. So, sure.
Future Joe's problem.
Can attack. Exactly. That's future Joe and Amy's problem. It's your problem too.
We're married, so your problems are my problems.
Yeah, they said something like that, right? During the vows or whatever.
Well, that sucks to be you then, because my problems are your problems, and that's a problem. That's what that is.
All right, 6 mana means that we can Mentor's Guidance. It's actually going to be pretty sweet. Pledge Mage on top is nice. I'll take that. And Ogyar Battleseer, also nice. Okay, yeah, I'll take them both. Which means that then we can go to combat, because we'll have the Pledge Mage on blocks if we need it. Right? Yeah, let's try it. This is an interesting attack. I feel like I don't know that it's the best, but I'm gonna give it a try. I don't think we're gonna get like massively blown out in the next turn. So, but we can bring him to 10. That feels pretty good. While we're at 11.
It does feel pretty good to get a blowout.
Jesus, why? All right, so we can play 2 creatures. Silly me. So we'll play the Pledge Mage and the Hall Monitor. You got it. That feels nice. Team Pennant. Now, they don't have any tokens, but Equip for 3 is a viable option for them here, unfortunately. But that's fine. Like, I assume it would just be on the Dust Speaker. And this gives +1/+1 Vigilance and Trample. They just didn't do it at all. And we drew the land for Elemental Masterpiece. Huh. Okay. Well, I mean, might as well.
Yeah.
Because we have 2 things that trigger Magecraft, or that this triggers Magecraft on. And then we just attack with everybody but this Hall Monitor. Now the 3/4 can block our Lorehold Pledge Mage, I guess? No, they didn't. Okay, interesting. Interesting. Okay. Ah, Jesus. the beginning of your next end step, or the next end step, return each of them to the battlefield under its owner's control. Each of them enters with an additional +1/+1 counter on it. Okay, that's an interesting play. I like that. I dig it. We do have Enthusiastic Study, which feels pretty nice for our attack next turn, because it means we can absolutely just win. Hopefully. I mean, I'm definitely going to just... Alright, so they exile land. That sucks. I definitely just double block here. They might have something, but I'll make them have it, that's all. Order that first. No big deal.
Erica, have you ever gotten a blowout?
They didn't have something. Interesting.
I think I've only ever gotten that once or twice in my life. So.
5, 6, 7, 8. Yes, because that leaves Battleseer, and we have one of these that we can play still. So, oh, interesting. But then we can't attack with the Pledge Mage. That's fine. The Prismari Pledge Mage, I should say. So attacks, not the 1/1. Plus it leaves back 2 blockers. We're at 11, so... But giving +3/+1 and trample feels very good here based on their not optimal blocking situation. Since they're automatically taking 3 in the air, because they have no blockers for that, it means that they're effectively on board at 4. So based on their blocks here, we'll see what we can do. If any of these blocks...
It does, Erica. It does.
I guess we kill the Blood Age General first.
It counts more, I think.
These are both spirits, so that can pump itself. That's also a spirit, so it's not going to be enough. It's not going to be enough, is it? This does 2 to any target? Any, among targets. I feel like I should still play this, though. Yes, because it gives the Pledge Mage an extra +1. So yeah, we do that. That gives the Pledge Mage +4, which lets it kill the Eager First Year, but also trample over for 3, which is not enough. Expel and exile it. Okay. So yeah, we do not come close to winning. They're at 4, but they have 2 attackers, we have 2 blockers. We're at 11, they're at 4. We have 3 in the air plus 2 from Electrolyze.
Okay.
Or up to 2 from Electrolyze.
Yeah, that seems pretty good.
Hopefully. They have 1 card in hand, so if it can deal with the Waterfall Aerialist by either blocking or removing, then it's somewhat of a problem. But otherwise, it's not. Explosive Warning killing those 2, not a problem at all. Amazing. They hit us for 7. 8. Okay, we're not dead.
Okay.
I will say good game. Submit. Submit 2 damage. And then say good game. Combat. Attack.
Thank you, Nick Astley.
Sorry, I had to give you up.
Nice.
Thank you for the laugh. That was like one of the most forced jokes I've ever done.
I actually really liked that
Good,
one.
I'm glad.
I usually hate your jokes.
Thanks, I love you too.
Well, if they're like so dad jokes,
Yeah.
I just can't. I just cannot bring myself to laugh. Erica says, I've given a blowout. Does that count? Link. And I said, yes,
Amazing.
I think it counts more, in fact.
There you go.
She said, but also no, I've never had a blowout aside from the Magic the Gathering variety. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it's one of those things that, like, it's really nice while it lasts, but when it, like, when you have to, like, wash your hair, as you're washing your hair, you're sitting there going, was this really worth it? Like, did the money I spent on this really go far enough? And the answer is usually kind of no.
This is a very interesting hand. I'm keeping it. I don't know that I love it, but I'm keeping it. So, Pledge Mage 2 on 2. Oh, they said hello. Well, hello to you as well. Pledge Mage on 2. Ooh, Lorehold Pledge Mage, huh? We like that around here. But we have to draw another red for it. Otherwise, we have strategic planning, which will let us attack with the 3/3.
God, that card is so gorgeous.
A flying death toucher. Okay, so I mean this is the red, but let's do that. Let's strategic planning. 1 into our hand and the rest into our graveyard. Igneous Inspiration goes into our hand. Yes, it does. Okay, I'm definitely attacking here. Yeah, I'm attacking here. We'll see if they block. I assume they don't this early on, but maybe. Maybe they feel like it's enough of a threat.
I'm definitely geologying here. Definitely.
Good.
Love my igneous rocks.
So I could have taken the Pillar Drop Warden, but again, they had a 1/1 Flying Death Touch at that point. Pop quiz, draw a card, learn, sure. And they learn, what lesson do they get? The Environmental Sciences, I assume? No, Expanded Anatomy, okay. Let's go with this and the Pledge Mage. Next turn we have Battle Seer or Igneous Inspiration, depending on what they play. 4 land. Leading to...
I mean, realistically, Metamorphic's my favorite, but, you know.
Son of a bitch. Pledge Mage. Okay, yeah, that dies to Igneous Inspiration. That's sweet. Blue. Igneous Inspiration. 2 can play in this learn game. But the question is, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... Ugh.
Oh, we're learning. So I can teach you about geology.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, this is great.
All right, so 1 more land, and we have enough for Masterpiece, which is great. Pop quiz again, draw a card, learn. Sure. Still don't have a creature on the field, so I feel relatively okay about the Expanded Anatomy that they got recently. The next one that they're going to get, though, is a Fractal Summoning. Okay, with only 4 land, that's not the worst. Symmetry Sage. Wow, they can actually use Expanded... Oh, no, not this turn, but if that's all they played, they could have done that. But they have an 0/2 flyer, which is actually going to be kind of interesting. Mage Duel. But, okay. Resolves. Sure. That sucks. Okay. The Pledge Mage dies, but... we take our turn. We drew a Prismari Apprentice. Interesting.
I love it. Erica just said, you ever realize you're hungry, but then see you don't have any real food to cook and no money? Erica, is there any day that isn't that?
All right. So they're going to try Expanded Anatomy on the Symmetry Sage, I assume? And then it's just going to be a race at this point. Teach by example to double it. Yep, that's probably what's going to happen. All right. So yeah, this is a big old race.
Yeah.
Oh man. All right. Yep. All right. How about burying books off the top? How does everybody feel about that? That's what I want to know. Because that sure is a 6/6 flyer.
Oh boy.
Okay, that is a land. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we're going to go ahead and play this Elemental Masterpiece out here. And then we're going to pass. Thankfully, we can scry. And we can take... We're both at the same life total. But trust me when I say... Alright, so it's only 4. So can't block it. They didn't play a spell because they wanted to play a Quandrix Pledge Mage. Okay. So now they could make a 2/2 Fractal? Nope. Biomathematician. Why would you play that first? You have Fractal Summoning. Alright. Anyway, before my turn, I would like to scry so that... Practical Research. Interesting. Draw 4, discard 2. The question is, how do we get out of this? Do I attack first? I think I do. Oh, but I kind of can't. Or... I say kind of. Combat. Attack with both of these. They know we have an Elemental Summoning in our hand. Good. Jump block. Shump block. Okay. Great. So then we will play Prismari Pledge Mage. This is actually great. Plus Elemental Summoning. Prismari Pledge Mage gets a +1/+1 counter. Hell yeah. End our turn. Good, 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 good. Okay. Sorry, I said Pledge Mage. I meant Apprentice. My bad. 8 mana means they play a 6/6 Fractal. And they have a 6/6 Flyer as well. Resolves. Plus a 3/3 Pledge Mage. But that can't attack this turn. At least not if they want it to live. Okay, good. We're at 4, which is not good. Let's scry. A land on top goes to the bottom. We draw a Lorehold Pledge Mage. Interesting. Okay, let's see what we can do.
Good point about the food thing. Sorry, Erica, I had to close out the chat and bring it back up because it wasn't updating.
Discard an instant or sorcery card. Otherwise, we have to discard 2 cards. We do have a flyer, we just don't have the land for it, so we lose. But, you know, whatevs, right?
That sucks.
I guess this is 2 damage, but it would let us draw a card. Oh my god, this sucks. We didn't play a land this turn, so that would be a 3rd land, so that would be Electrolyze, draw a card. Or a Lorehold Pledge Mage.
I need Electrolyze, draw a card.
Well, why? What would it do for us? That doesn't win us anything. I mean, the Lorehold Pledge Mage doesn't either, I guess.
Yeah, well.
Decline. Discard this and the Lorehold Pledge Mage, I guess. I really don't even know like what the best thing to do there was. Combat. I guess I leave one of those back. Attack for 12. They block one of the 4/4s with the 6/6, and then take 8 and go to 6, if my math is correct. Okay. That's the game. Can't do anything about that flyer. It's so big. Yeah. Okay. The only thing we can do is make them think that they can't attack us. Right? Because we have stuff. Look, we can do things. I'm mousing over things and... Let's scry. It's a land! Hooray. I'll say good game and stop messing with them. Okay.
Okay. Thank you, Sunshine Beast.
Yeah, and that's the end of this draft.
Poop nuggets.
It means we
got to play it effectively like twice.
Yeah. Well, today. We won 2 games last week as well, but still. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. 3 more packs and 1,400 gems. And I believe this cost 1,500, so I'm not even that upset. This was fine. Oh, we completed all of our tasks. I didn't even look. I think one of them said, like, play 25 lands or something. But we will do another draft. But first, we're going to open some packs. We're going to open 10. I'm going to then leave them up there. Amy, you can talk to folks in chat about whatever folks in chat want to talk about. Okay. I'm just going to run and do a bio break. But I want to see what cards we open. Huh.
Ooh,
interesting.
got that cool art.
Which one? This one?
That one, yeah.
Approach of the Second Sun. Interesting. 0 mythics. 0. Oh, I lied. Approach is a mythic. Yeah. Sorry. 1 mythic. Okay. Well, anyway, like I said, you can talk about the cards. You can talk about what folks in chat want to talk about. I will be right back.
I also love the D-Spark and Silverquill Silencer arts. Those are pretty sick. This Tendrils of Agony is interesting, but it's not one of my favorites. Pretty cool, though. So Joe is taking his bio break now because he was going to do it before the stream started, and then we had those technical difficulties where at this point we still don't really know what's happening, but kind of doesn't matter because I'm able to read chat and it's fine, and he's able to do that on the computer and that's fine. But just something about like YouTube actually streaming live. The stream was like all wonky on our end, but as long as it's not for you guys, then I guess we don't have to care. You like sparring regimen too? Yeah. Yeah, with the ink. That's pretty cool. And then like the sort of like white lightning almost that it's like hitting into. It's pretty cool.
Sparring Regiment's just a good card in general. We got a lot of Silver Quill in this pack, by the way. Or in this pack, wow. In these 10 packs. Because, like, Sparring Regimen, Silencer, D-Spark, Tendrils, Approach, and Academic Probation.
Marcus needs that version of Approach for his Teferi Tribal deck.
It looks gorgeous. Cool. Oh, of course, Teferi because of the blue-white Teferi. Yeah, I've heard Approach is good in decks that can draw cards, huh? Because then you just put it 7th from the top, and then you just draw a ton of cards, and you win.
Sounds good.
We have Kian and Imbraham as well.
All right.
And Augmenter Pugilist and Echoing Equation, but you just play the Augmenter Pugilist side of this and make it into an 8/8 as quickly as possible. Blue. I mean, you know.
Yeah, I know.
What do you think of this art? Did you talk about this while I was gone?
Yeah, it's not one of my favorites.
Interesting.
It's weird.
Yeah.
Which I like, but yeah. But it's not one of my favorites.
I like you were saying, I dig the colors on this one a lot.
I love that one.
Really, really good.
Love that one.
But what about this?
Yeah, it's notable.
Yeah, very notable.
I mean the color choices are very intriguing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the art style in general is very unique. Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. Interesting. All right. Well, hey, let's see what this draft has in store for us. I think I'll go gems again this time. All right. First rule of draft.
Draft again.
Hell yeah. Which on Arena means win, but, you know.
Yeah. First rule of drafting, win or get the fuck out. That's what it is on Arena.
Thankfully, it's not single elimination, but otherwise, yes, basically that.
Pretty much.
You totally should have taken my glass with you and gotten me some water, too.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. I'll live.
You can set this down and I'll do that for you now.
Oh, okay. That's nice of you. Ooh. Interesting choices. I mean, it's got to be Elite Spellbinder here. Urza's Rage is good, although not the thing that, like, you know... God, that art is good, though. Like, really good. But I think it's Elite Spellbinder. Card's just amazing. And shout-outs to Paolo for making a nice one. But what do you think of this art?
Oh my god, that's gorgeous.
See, I told you.
That's an interesting symbol on his chest.
I think it's just the accents.
Oh, just like his outfit kind of thing.
Oh, okay, Erica. Interesting point. I guess out of everything else, like, otherwise it's the artist, right? What is this? 3 damage or 10 damage? So at instant speed. Yeah, I mean, it's a 3/1 flyer. It, like, makes one of their things a little bit more expensive for later. Oh, wow. We're getting past a lot of stuff very quickly, I guess. Hey, look, D-Spark.
Nice.
Plumb the Forbidden, Closing Statement, and Damagoth Woe Eater, which means,
that
you know, this red card's doing great things for us here. But again, look at all this damn Silver Quill, man. Holy crap.
Play Gruul. Play Gruul.
Definitely aren't playing Gruul. We're taking Charge through then? Or Twin Scroll Shaman?
Well, gruel plus black because...
Yeah, of course. Silly me.
So the Demagoth.
All right, so...
Because if we're gruel, we gotta be goth as fuck as well.
Is it combat professor? Like, I feel like it should just be, like, closing statement.
Closing statement, Erica says.
Yeah, it's incredible.
Yeah.
Like, it's just a great card. There's just so much Silver Quill in this pack, but whatever. We're just taking the best things that we can find, I think, at this point, and we'll, narrow it down later. Lumimancer, Honor Troll. I do like Honor Troll, but I mean, look at what we already have. Mage Duel, again, the number of times we've been destroyed by a Mage Duel versus the number of times we've used it. I don't think we've ever played Mage Duel.
We've got your Mentor down here.
I know, and I like that card, don't get me wrong, but is it Lumimancer? I got blown out by this in Standard, but that's Standard, so interesting. I think that gross. I think it's yeah, I don't even know. I'll take the Lumimancer. I don't think that pack was great for us at all. Apprentice gives our spirits pinging. That's not great. There's Ogier Battleseer and Spectacle Mage in this pack as well, and Frost Trickster. Wow, and a Karok Wrangler as well. Nobody's in anything is what we're learning.
Well, not yet. I mean,
all 3 uncommons are in this pack, but notably, it's pick 4, so like a common, the rare, and the whatever the specialty card is called. I can't think of it right now. Everybody knows what I mean. These things. The Mystical Archive, that's what it is.
about this white card.
This one?
Yeah.
I mean, it's fine. I don't think it's better than this.
Okay. Well, I mean, you're not taking both. You're taking one.
I know.
I wasn't sure if you were sitting there going, I mean, this is a great pair. Yeah, it's a great pair.
Oh, these two?
Pick
No.
one.
No. No, sorry. I meant this isn't better than either of these.
Okay.
Pop Quiz is good. Professor's Warning is also good. Silver Quill Campus is here. God, I feel like... And Silver Quill Pledge Mage. All right, so maybe Silver Quill is open, it seems.
Either that or there's just a lot of Silver Quill stuff. Like, it's just, there's a lot of it.
Yeah, I think
we've seen that the whole way through, I feel like. A lot of Silver
Yeah,
Quill.
because like this pack is Lorehold, right? But there's an Owlin Shield Mage. I think that Silver Quill seems open, and I'm going to lean in that direction. Okay. If we see something like insane that I'm like not noticing or whatever, like Lorehold Excavation is pretty good, but yeah, there's another Spectacle Mage. I'll happily take that. There's a Burying Books up here too, but God, is it just Mage Hunter? Maybe it's Mage Hunter because we're looking at that. That's so interesting. Yeah, because we've got that and Beaming Defiance and Pilgrim.
Okay.
Hunt for Specimens is also not bad with the Learn. So yeah, we'll take Mage Hunter. This
also says you underestimate the White-Red Apprentice. Okay.
Oh, okay, fair enough. With the pinging on the spirits. Okay. Spectre versus Unwilling Ingredient.
Spectre's got to be better, right?
I mean, this Unwilling Ingredient gets there. We've seen that. But yeah, Spectre wins games. It's just that our curve is very high right now.
Oh. Well, a lot of this stuff's probably going to change by the time we actually make the deck. So.
Well, and that's the other thing, too, is that, Star Pupil versus Arrogant Poet.
Erica says, yes, good, excellent, because we talked about going Silver Quill.
Of course. And it's, I mean, based on what's been open, it seems like that's the direction to go.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to take the Pupil over the Poet. Now we're back to this pack that was like super difficult to choose from. Letter of Acceptance, Plumb the Forbidden. I think I'm going to do Crushing Disappointment here.
Elfo agrees that Pupil was the choice there.
Good. Thank you. Guess Infuse for the sideboard. I guess, or Stonebound Mentor. We do have a fair number of like red spec things, right?
That's
so,
what I would have picked there at least.
All right, yeah. So the Orgar Battleseer. Hey, the Lorehold Apprentice came back.
There you go, Alpha.
I'll put that in the sidebar. I guess everybody underestimates this thing.
Yeah, see?
But yeah, I'll put it in the side for now. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, we can come back to it.
Fracture. Ugh. I mean, it's better than any of these other things for this particular deck, but it still goes in the sideboard, I think. We already have a Stonebound Mentor, and I guess if we're splashing red, we probably want this anyway, because it's higher costed. And Spectacle Mage gets picked last.
Wow. That's a little shocking to me.
Ecological Appreciation. We open a Mythic. There's also a Creative Outburst over here.
That's sick.
Search your library and graveyard for up to 4 creature cards with different names that each have mana value X or less and reveal them. An opponent chooses 2, shuffle the chosen cards into your library, and put the rest on the battlefield. And it's X and 3, so yeah, probably not. We're looking at black-white in this pack.
Gross.
Wow. Teachings of the Archaics. Like, I don't think we can do double blue, double red, which is rough. This pack blows for us.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to take this and, like, if we're
Just
splashing
'cause
green.
it's a mythic and you're stealing it from somebody else?
No, because green-black is Witherbloom. We're playing black, and splashing a single green for that is not that unheard of or difficult. If there's a Witherbloom campus available, something
There
like that. But there's also, in this pack now, there's Mage Hunter's Onslaught, there's Expel, and there's Combat Professor. So, like, that's the kind of stuff I'm looking for. This is unconditional. I'm taking that. But go ahead. Sorry.
Alpha's mad you didn't take the 2-drop.
Okay.
And Erica says, the issue I have with Lorehold is that I feel like if you compare the average draft deck of each college, Lorehold will 9 times out of 10 have the lowest card quality.
Fair enough.
Right.
All right, so we have Campus, Inkcaster. Ooh, it's Inkcaster, I think. Summoning, which is relevant.
That's good.
Pilgrim, and Umbral Juke, but I think it's Tenured Inkcaster.
Yeah.
The card is very good for Silver Quill. Reduced to Memory is meh. We could play the Pledge Mage because it's double white. There's a Combat Professor as well. We have, speaking of 2-drops, maybe that's why Alpha was calling it out, because we have none presently. So, I mean, we could take Study Break, but I don't think that's better than Combat Professor or Lorehold Pledge Mage.
Alpha thinks Juke.
That was from the last
Oh,
pack.
that was the last one?
Over the Tenured Inkcaster.
Oh, gotcha.
Crap. That may be very silly. I'm not super happy with that one. Lash of Malice I'm quite happy with, though.
That's good.
Yeah, I mean, again, Spirit Summoning, Make Your Mark, fine cards. Detention Vortex, bad card. But Lash of Malice, great card, and I'll happily take that as a low drop thing. There's another Lash of Malice, there's a Silver Quill Pledge Mage, and there's a Brackish Trudge. I think I'll take the Pledge Mage. What do my spells look like? We have 5 instants and 1 sorcery. Okay. I don't love it. Ooh. We got another... This pack looks very similar to another one that we had, right? Mage Hunter, Beaming Defiance, Hunt for Specimens. It's like a lot of weird options here. Our 4-drop slot is going to be a lot.
Yeah.
Maybe I just take Beaming Defiance here then. I don't know that that's correct over the Mage Hunter. The other Mage Hunter. But, like I said, we have a lot of 4s. It says we have 3? Interesting. I feel like we had more than that. Anyway... Yeah, this was the weird-ass pack. Like, Creative Outburst is just still in here.
Oh, wow.
Teachings of the Archaics as well. I guess we take...
The Croc?
Moldering Karok, because we could be in part green. Introduction to Prophecy. Look, Explosive Welcome is still here. Igneous Inspiration is still here.
Nobody's playing Prismari right now.
I guess.
In this draft.
But yeah, we'll take Introduction to Prophecy for the side. Since we took Study Break, which is a learn card. Now we have a lesson for it. At least one. Who are we drafting with? Singab, Enpin, Payelk 666. Wow, nothing. Yeah, look at this Prismari. It's very Prismari. I mean...
You could take, like, the Loreholdy one, I guess.
Yeah, but this one... Discard, then draw. If there are 7 or more cards in your graveyard, make a spirit. No, we'll take the Artist, I think, for the side. Crushing Disappointment. No, it's Pilgrim. Silly me. Pilgrim's a great card. I don't like Archivist. Strategic Planning doesn't work. We'll take another Mentor for the side. Yup, because the Tension Vortex is garbage.
Another Mentor.
And then if we do green... All right, on color rare or mythic. Quad red, or quad white, I mean. But attacking creatures we control have double strike.
That's nice. I love double strike.
Yeah.
And I love a cleric, so...
And it's either that or like Recruiter, Leech Fanatic. So yeah, it's definitely Blade Historian. We just, we got to make sure that we have enough white. Because right now we're more heavily black, at least it seems at a glance. So we're definitely taking... That's crazy. This card seems so cool. I haven't gotten a chance to play with it yet, but yeah, seems great. Interesting pack. Inkling or Silverquill Pledge Mage. We already have 2. There's a cram session for Learn, but we only have 1 lesson so far, I think.
Yeah, but wasn't it a good one?
It's Introduction to Prophecy. It's not bad.
Oh.
There's Defiant Strike. It's a spell. For all the things that care about spells, it's a 1-drop. We have a million 1-drops, it seems, right now. We have 5 1-drops. All right, we'll take another Pledge Mage, I guess. Zephyr Boots, Burying Books, Unwilling Ingredient, Stonerise Spirit. We really have not found a lot of 2-drops for this deck. Like, Stonerise Spirit's fine. We didn't take the last Unwilling Ingredient. So I think I'll take that one over the Rescuer or... What do we have creature-wise? 3 or less. Wow, all of our creatures are 3. All our cards at 3 are creatures.
Yeah.
Interesting. What does our 5 look like? We have 3? Fine. Oh, that's black and green, though. That sucks. We can take the Pledge Mage. That's double black.
Okay. That's a good card.
It's a very good card. Yeah, this would be destroy target artifact or creature. It can't be regenerated, which is not bad. But I'll take the 5/5, I think. Promising Dusk Mage is a 3-mana 2/3, and when it dies, if it had a counter on it, draw a card. It's not bad. We don't have a ton of ways of making +1/+1 counters, I feel like, but we have some. So I'll take it. Plus, there's a lot of gold with, like, red and white and blue in here, but we'll take that. Stonebinder's Familiar. Is it just Archway Commons? I don't love this one, but I'll take it for the side if we feel like we need green. There's another Mage Hunter. There's this Umbral Juke, which is probably the choice. And there's Professor's Warning. There's also Agonizing Remorse. That is a pretty good 2-drop. Well, Elfo, don't be mad at me if I don't take the Juke and I take the Remorse, because I think that's where I'm leaning at this point. I mean, oh, no, Pledge Mage. Double white. Okay. Nothing. Divine Gambit sucks. This card sucks.
The red-white card?
No, that's not good either. I don't like this card. Gain 2 life, then if you discard 2 cards, you draw 3 cards. Like, you'd have to have 2 land in hand or like a card in a land that you don't care about. Whatever. Divine Gambit for the sideboard. Defiant Strike, Crushing Disappointment, Cram Session. Did we get another lesson? We just have Introduction to Prophecy right now. I'll take it. Unwilling Ingredient, great. Cram Session again, fine. We'll make some cuts.
Gross.
Historian, I guess. Dissector, I guess. I don't like that card either. And Dragon's Approach. Okay. Well, based on other people in chat mostly disagreeing with the picks that I made, which I totally understand, by the way. That's not bitterness. I feel like this went poorly for us. But, yeah. To be fair, after cutting that one cram session, we have 42 cards in the deck.
Huh.
So, you know.
That's actually kind of nice.
So what is our green that we want to splash? Just this? And, like, do we even have 4 creature cards that are relevant enough that we care about?
Elfo says he doesn't think that card is good.
I agree. In that pack, we didn't have a great... Or in that particular pick, we didn't have a great pick regardless, I think. But, yeah, I agree. I'm not... Like, and the only thing we have to splash is Archway Commons because we didn't get any campuses at all. Silverquill or Witherbloom. We have 2 Learn cards in Study Break and Cram Session. Now, I personally think that Study Break is better by a fair margin.
Okay.
Because it's tap up to 2 target creatures at instant speed, and it's the same mana cost as this.
Okay.
There are some cards that say, like, if you gained life this turn, this happens, or whatever. It does make... Did we not take it? We didn't take it. It makes the flyer, the 2/1 that you can pay 2 life and give it flying until end of turn. It makes that better because we gain life. So, but yeah.
Oh, that's not the. Yeah, I can't think of it right now.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought we took that one too, but I guess we didn't.
No, I think it was close, but I think we took something else instead. All right. So, what do people think of 2 cuts for this deck? If anybody has any thoughts. This is what our curve looks like, which is not much of a curve at all. It looks like, step down, step back up, step back down, step back up. We have a lot of 1s. That feels nice. All our 2s are spells. No 2-drop creatures.
I don't love that.
God, if there was only somebody in chat who would have told us that we should have taken a 2-drop.
Yeah, let me...
Very disappointed in you, chat.
The chat has had some issues reloading here.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah. Elfo said, as good as an effect as it is, the Inkcaster is still a 2/2 for 5, or a 3/3 for 5. He corrected it, but that was during the draft.
Sure.
Erica says, hey, Joe, I've meant to ask. I know we usually just do limited on these streams, but how would you feel about maybe doing games against viewers sometimes, either Brawl or Standard or whatever?
I wouldn't hate that idea. I think that's a fine idea. I think that I am a garbage deck brewer.
Yes.
If you haven't noticed from when I try to make decks out of the drafts that I've done, I am trash at brewing. Also, and this is more a hang up on my end than anybody else's, but take a look at all of our sweet wild cards that I don't use. So we have a lot of them, but at the same time, like, I don't know. Like, if I ever thought of getting into Standard, I would try to start using these. The Standard decks I have right now, as you've seen in the past, are janky as hell. If that's what people want to do, I'm totally down, as long as people understand, like, I am more than willing to play games against people and get my ass handed to me. And if that's what happens, that's great. I have no concerns with that whatsoever. I just don't want it to turn into like, wow, Joe really sucks. It's like, yeah, surprise, surprise. But
we tried to warn you.
And allow me to clarify. In no way do I think Erica in particular, or really any of our regulars on these streams, right?
We're gonna be like, I'm gonna stop watching now because Joe sucks.
Well, not even that. Just like beat us and then come into chat and be like, wow, sucks to be you. You're terrible.
I'm so much better than you.
In no way do I think that would ever be what it is. I just don't know how fun that would be for people, but I'm totally down if that's what people are interested in doing. I don't mind that whatsoever. So I think that's a fine idea.
Alpha says we can draft online and then import the lists and play.
Oh, right. Good point.
And then he wrote stares at Joe. I think
point.
just because it took me so long to read that because it wasn't
Good
uploading.
point. No, that's fine.
Or reloading or
Right.
whatever
Okay, so
you call it.
here's the thing. This Blade Historian is going to be so hard to play. Not that I want to cut it, don't get me wrong. But it's quad white. And we only have 8 planes in the deck.
Yikers.
Which means we'd need half of those planes on the field to be able to play this. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. So the only other thing I think of doing is like taking out a planes and putting in taking out a swamp and putting in a planes. But if you look at our 1-drop slot, we have 4 black, 2 white, and then 2 black, 2 white, like an even split in 2s, and then I guess technically heavier white in 3. So I don't know. Like
then our 4, we have 4 pips of white on the 1 card, and then the other 3 cards
are 4 pips as well.
4 pips of black.
Yeah.
So
it's tough.
Yeah, this is.
It's a little
tough.
awkward. I feel like it wouldn't hurt. I'm gonna do it, but if people have strong opinions, let me know.
Yeah, and I'll keep trying to update this so that you guys can actually tell us things.
What are we doing for deck box, Amy?
The amazing Urza art.
Good call.
Yeah.
Good call.
Yeah.
And what sleeves are we using?
Let's do Rutha today.
Okay.
Because no one picked any of the Prismari cards when we were drafting.
Okay.
So I feel bad.
So what do people think in terms of cuts? Should I cut this cram session? We have 2 learn cards, Study Break and Cram Session, and we have 1 lesson in Introduction to Prophecy. So obviously, as people know, you can still learn without a lesson. You can discard a card to draw a card. So you can still play a learn card after we've gotten the Intro to Prophecy and just make sure that we have like a land in hand or something, like whatever, something we don't need. Or like if we have 1 white and 3 black, we could like discard the Blade Historian to draw something like more relevant somehow.
Okay.
So I feel like cutting Cram Session makes sense.
Okay.
And then that's 41. Now, typically we do Dirty 41, but because there were no other cuts that we had to make in this whole deck, if people have thoughts on one more cut, I'm all ears. Otherwise, we can just get started.
Yeah, and like I said, I will attempt to reload this pretty consistently and constantly here.
Yeah. We have
quickly
8 instants and sorceries, 6 instants, 2 sorceries, which is nice for things that have Magecraft triggers.
Okay.
Like specifically Clever Lumimancer, because it's garbage without them, right? It's a 1 mana 0/1. So if we don't have ways to trigger Magecraft, it's just bad. But then it becomes a 2/3.
This chick looks badass, doesn't she?
She's pretty cool. Yeah, I agree.
Like that face that she's making. She's like, whatever. I look pretty sweet, but you're about to die.
Erica, that is more than fine. Look, that's also not to say that you can't be happy about a win against me. I just mean like, you know.
He just means like there is a point where it becomes not fun to just watch Joe lose.
Yeah, is that true though? I mean, look.
I mean,
let me put it to you this way. If people want to come to this stream to watch me lose all week, and it's in games against viewers, which means I'm not spending in-game resources on it.
Oh, is that what that means?
100% I'm down.
Oh, okay.
100% I'm down.
I realize that you wouldn't have to spend resources on that.
Well, because when we play standard, we don't play pay with resources, right?
True.
Like you just play all day long. So
yeah,
if that's what people want to do, that could absolutely mix it up and save our wallets a little bit from bad drafts or whatever.
Hey.
So I'm definitely down for that. Absolutely.
And I'm down for whatever because I'm just here for the ride, honestly.
All right, so are we doing 41 then? I think that's okay for now.
What do you guys in chat think? I think it's fine. I
guess I'll make this a little bit bigger. Oh, and because is that what we're supposed to? Yes. I was gonna say I know Elfo prefers seeing it this way. So that is what we're looking at in terms of the split. The 2 and 3 drop slots are fun, where it's just like the 2 drop slot is just taken up by spells, and the 3 drop slot is all creatures. What happened to the? It's only showing 1 Silver Quill Pledge Mage now, but there are definitely 3 of them. So.
She says, I guess I'd cut Lumimancer here if I had to cut a thing.
Right. Yeah. So I think I'm going to... The 01 for 1 that if we don't have Magecraft, wow, yeah, we're not seeing anything of its abilities or whatever. But yeah, it's the 1 mana. So see, the mana cost is wrong too. God, I love these glitches. They're so dumb. It's a 1 mana 01, and then Magecraft, it gets +2/+2 until end of turn.
Okay.
So I'm going to play with it this time, see how it goes, and then if we have to cut, I will happily cut that if it doesn't work out.
And you dealt with the land situation already?
I did.
Okay.
When music attacks...
Nice.
I do not think of music when I see Gideon, I won't lie, but... Oh, wow. 1 drop, 1 drop, 1 drop, 3 drop, and 3 land.
Erica says, oh no, all our creatures have no text. We're playing with only vanilla creatures.
Oh, wow, and a 5 drop. Wow, what a... Okay, interesting. Sure. All right, so Unwilling Ingredient is a good first turn play. Oh, nothing on 2 means combat attack for 1. And then Unwilling Ingredient the second and Star Pupil. They said nice. Thanks.
Yeah, I mean, this is pretty nice.
Well,
not gonna lie.
They said nice off the second Unwilling Ingredient, not even seeing the Star Pupil yet. So.
Yeah, now they're probably mad they said nice.
Right?
They're like, damn you. Erica says, I can't believe they errata'd all our cards mid-deck build. Yeah, that sounds about right.
It was an official ruling from WotC. It came out earlier today.
Yeah.
Right, they're going to learn a start from scratch, 1 damage to any target. Very nice. Okay. I mean, to be fair, here that's bad for them. Because if they kill an Unwilling Ingredient, we have another one, and we have ways of benefiting from an Unwilling Ingredient being in our graveyard, and that's their whole turn. And if they kill a Star Pupil, we get to put the +1/+1 counter on the Dusk Mage, which benefits from having a +1/+1 counter on it. So either way, that's not great for them.
She says, wait, look at their lands.
What?
Did you just mean because they had so many of them?
They do have
so many colors?
Multiple different colors, but... Alright, I think I'm going to... Oh, we have Crushing Disappointment as well. 1, 2, 3, 4. Professor's Warning puts a +1/+1 counter or gives Indestructible. So let's go to combat and attack. How's that? Because if they kill the Star Pupil, we get to put a counter on the Dusk Mage. And they don't. They just take 3. Hell yeah.
Very nice.
All right, so we'll end our turn, keeping up Professor's Warning and Crushing Disappointment. Each player loses 2 life, and then we draw 2 cards. So that feels pretty nice. When music
attacks, how about when our creatures attack?
They've been doing that. That's for damn sure.
She says they went forest, Prismari campus, swamp, and I felt like I was in the Twilight Zone. Yeah.
But hey, maybe that's why, like, they're just so disjointed with what they have that maybe that's why, like, we're
in a better position.
Yeah. They're thinking. You know what? I don't like that that's a thing that you can click. Because I get that you're thinking. Like, I see you mousing over things or whatever. You're just taking more time out of your turn to click the thinking button.
Yeah, it's stupid.
It's very annoying. It's like, just play the game.
Yeah.
Like, don't...
I assume you're thinking if you're not doing a thing.
Well, but I can understand if no... 2 letters of acceptance. Okay. They really care about their mana a lot more than anything else that's going on. Devouring Tendrils deals damage equal to its power, sure. So we're gonna put a counter on it and then draw a card, or give it Indestructible. I guess we just give it Indestructible. Make them waste a card. Sure. It's Indestructible.
How do we feel about murder mysteries? We love murder mysteries.
Oh, God, one of the greatest experiences was having a murder mystery with some of our close friends years ago, but it was so much fun.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it was fun. All right, so they're finally going to block the star pupil? Nope. Hell yeah. Go, my little 1/1s, go! And or pay 3 life and deal with our flyer. How's that sound?
I don't know. That game was a little difficult though, because I felt like we weren't given enough instructions. And so I was trying to follow the instructions for my character.
Sure.
And I felt like there was a lot of downtime where I felt like there was just kind of nothing for me to do.
Sure.
So I will say that one was a little bit difficult. And maybe that was necessary because other people had more directives that they needed to accomplish in that amount of time.
Are you talking about me, by chance?
I'm not. I'm just saying, like, I wish that they were more, like, on an even keel, all of the characters and what they had to do.
All right, so I'm going to kill this wormhole serpent, and then I'm going to put a counter on the Dusk Mage. Just because, you know. And then I'm going to attack with everybody again. All right, they're at 9, and they have the ability to deal 1 damage to something. Yep, you definitely block the Dusk Mage here, because otherwise the Dusk Mage is going to become bigger if you block the Star Pupils, so... Perfect, they're at 6.
Nice.
Go, my 1/1s, go! Alright, so if they go down to 2 or less, we can just kill them with Crushing Disappointment.
Nice.
It's the last card in our hand, and they have 1 unknown and the start from scratch. So they're going to kill an unwilling ingredient, not a problem. I mean, it makes sense, right? It's dealing them a ton of damage. But now we can pay 3, exile it from our graveyard, draw a card, and lose a life. Okay, so they're sacking that to draw a card, sure. But now they only have 2 mana left. Oh, there's the 3rd, so they can do it again. If they want. I think, and people can correct me if they feel that I'm wrong. Ah, we discard 2 cards and then exile all cards from our graveyard. Nicely done. Okay.
You should say nice to them for that.
I will say nice to them for that. All right, let's... oh, they may think that I'm saying that based on what we drew. Then it just seems rude.
I don't think they would think that.
I would think that. If an opponent, like, drew a card, said nice, and then swung at me, I would think they were saying nice about what they drew.
I just think it would be rude to say nice to your opponent for something that you drew.
I agree with you.
So why would you do it?
I mean, I wouldn't do it because I'm not a shithead, but there are absolutely shitheads that play this game. Spoilers.
Oh, man.
All right, let's see if they double block here and what they choose to double block.
I will say, Erica, like, that murder mystery, I don't know. Oh, it disconnected chat.
Oh, no.
But it says, please wait while we try to reconnect you, so at least it's trying to fix it.
Okay.
She said, Erica said, I asked because 2 games came out on the Switch recently. A duology of murder mystery visual novels. Oh. And I had a great time with them. They're called Famicom Detective Club. Were those the ones you were talking to us about? Because I was just going to say, I feel like I've heard of this before, but only recently. So I feel like that's what you were discussing with us when you purchased them like last week or something. It says unable to connect to chat. Please try again later. So I will close it out and bring it back up like I did earlier.
Yeah, you may have to like just refresh the page or something.
Yeah.
I'll wait here if you can hear us. Because we're dealing with some chat nonsense right now. If you can hear us, great. I'm just going to chill here while we... oh,
shit.
Oh, you just don't have internet on your computer, but sometimes that happens to yours, to that particular computer. I have it on my phone, so let me pull it up. Give me one moment.
It's a cute little picture that comes up.
And I'll pull up
our
stream.
Of an astronaut sitting on a moon that's tiny. Looking at an iPad, and it just says, connect to the internet. You're offline. Check your connection.
How do I see chat on my phone? God, I'm such a good YouTuber, everybody. How do I watch our stream?
Yeah.
Here we go. Okay.
Well, you don't even get to say that because I'm definitely a shittier YouTuber than you are.
All right, good. Erica did respond to what we said earlier, so
okay.
I'll give you
read it
this
off of here.
very tiny chat, little baby chat.
I mentioned that, $60 or $60 for only about 16 hours of game across the two isn't great, but still had fun.
Yeah, I'll let folks in on a little secret. If you look at the games that we play on Video Games for All, wow, this hand is real bad. It does have. We are halfway to Blade Historian, I'll tell you that much. Crap. Is it a mulligan? I don't know. I'm gonna keep this hand. I feel like this is a terrible idea, but I want to try it out. I want to see how wonky this deck can be. They're going to duress us? Oh, that's embarrassing. Anyway. Non-creature, non-land, so they can take our study break. That feels bad. Oh, or our closing statement. Don't take study break. It's the only thing we can cast. Yes, take study or closing statement. Yes, good. Excellent. We can still can't.
I hate when they look at your hand because it really feels like they're like pantsing you. You know?
Oh man, shout outs to Eddie. I'm not going to say his last name because that's rude. But shout outs to Eddie, man. I jokingly pantsed him during a game in college, or a practice day in college. And my God, his underwear came down with the pants.
Oh no.
I felt terrible. I stood in front of him and blocked him.
Oh no.
I felt like the worst person.
Yeah. Well,
because I was.
Yes, because you were a college student.
Shit.
Who was pantsing someone.
Well,
as opposed to a child who was pantsing someone.
Wow, this hand. All right, fine. This is bad.
I keep retrying because it says we have internet, but
no, it doesn't. No, this circle down here is.
I know, but when you click on it, it shows both this one and the 5 gigahertz. It shows them both.
That does not matter.
Okay.
Okay, and we drew. Okay. All right. Well, now we know that the deck does not do that well. I mean, we're going to have to discard this Blade Historian at the end of the turn. Bye.
Erica says, Joe, you were saying something about letting us in on a secret about
thank you.
Games you play in video games.
If you notice, they are not $60 brand new games.
No.
Even when we played Avengers, which is the newest game that we have ever played, I do not even know what's going on right now. But anyway,
it's doing the blinky thing again.
that is irrelevant. As long as they can hear us, the chat still works. So.
I know, it's just making me crazy. My eyeballs are popping out of my head.
So pop out the chat. Speaking of pop out. And I'll try to finish my sentence. Okay, we just lose. Good. This was a terrible game. We never drew another land. Ever. Anyway, yes. Even Avengers, which was the newest game that we played at the time that we played it, and we bought it well before we started streaming it.
Yeah.
It was on sale on Steam for half off. So
that's the only reason why we got it.
Correct. Correct.
We don't pay full price for things because we are poor.
It's not even that we're poor. I genuinely have never done that. And I know that there are friends of mine who are like, oh my God, it's the newest game, you got to play it. And that's absolutely how the video game industry makes the large majority of its money, is that they make games that you have to get now because that's when everybody will be playing it. By the time we were streaming Avengers, somebody came onto our stream. I mean, it was 2 months later, a month later.
Yeah.
Somebody came onto our stream and they were like, oh, is this game dead yet? That's the rationale that people have, or the feeling that people have when it's a game that the Get Good monster, amazing. That's the rationale that people have when it's a game that promotes multiplayer.
Oh, okay.
That eventually people fall off in playing it, and then you don't have an incentive to play it anymore because all your friends aren't playing it anymore either.
Right. And
so why would you? All right, this 2-lander I'm going to keep because we have 2 1-drops. We can actually play things. No, it's still that. Okay. We drew another 1-drop. Okay.
Yeah, I didn't love hearing somebody say that in chat because I was, excited to play that game. It was a new game. The graphics were insane. It was a Marvel game, which was a game definitely something I've never played and never played anything similar to.
Right.
And so I was really excited for it. And I was like, this is a new game. Like, to me, it's new. But because it's like, a couple weeks old, it's old to people who bought it the day it came out.
Right.
And were playing it nonstop for those 2 weeks.
Right.
It's so stupid.
Yeah. They thought they could block the unwilling ingredient, I think, because they moused over it. But nope. But now the unwilling ingredient is a 2/2. And I could have played the Dusk Mage first, but I think I'm going to play the Pledge Mage now. We don't have any spells, which is unfortunate. But if we draw another land, we will be able to Dusk Mage and Lumimancer in the same turn, which is nice. Plus, it gets us closer to Owlin Shield Mage, and we would need another black for the Pledge Mage, so... Shield Mage, Pledge Mage, Dusk Mage. This isn't confusing at all, right?
It's School of Mages, genius.
You're the School of Mages genius.
I wish.
Look, did you see your friend?
I actually love that art.
I know you do.
Can I just say?
I know you do.
I hate Soren Markov as a character, but that is some kick-ass motherfucking art right there.
Yeah.
They did an amazing job with that.
So I'm going to only attack with this 2/2 because they can't block it. I'm then going to play the Dusk Mage. I'm going to play the Lumimancer. And we move on. So I cannot profitably block this Lorehold Pledge Mage. Like, I could block it with the Dusk Mage, but any spell that they play just makes it have enough power to kill our 2/3 and not die in the process. But they showed their hand, no pun intended, by not attacking there. So I'm going to play this and then...
Get frogged. Erica says...
play the flyer, I guess? Or do we play the 5/5 here? I guess we play the 5/5 first. Because if they have removal, I'd rather they remove the 5/5. I guess no attacks, unfortunately. But that's fine. They sure do have a lot of white. They could play Blade Historian, although they have both colors of Blade Historian, but still. Venerable Warsinger. God damn it, that card is good. Okay, it's a 3/3 Vigilance Trample. Whenever it deals combat damage to us, they can return a creature with mana value X or less from their graveyard to the battlefield, where X is the amount of damage that it dealt to us. I am going to go to combat and attack for 5 and see what happens. Double blocks. Nope, they just take 5. Good. I'll play this flyer. 2 cards left in hand plus a random card off the top. And they use it to return the Pledge Mage, or the ghostly thing, the spirit. Okay, so they scried to the bottom. Good. Okay. So they have 1 white, which means they're probably not targeting Owlin Shield Mage with anything. They didn't attack. We drew another land, which is very frustrating. But we can attack now with both of these. For 8 total. Again, they can double block the Pledge Mage. But we have 1,000,000 mana. Okay, so 2 first strike and then 3 in the Stonebound Mentor, so I guess we'll just do that. Yeah, we do get to kill them both. That's pretty good. That's a really nice trade. Okay. Now it's power. X is the amount of... no, mana value. Okay. So they got rid of a 3 and a 3, which means that would need to get in for full damage to be able to get their creatures back, which is good, because I'm not going to let it do that. Even if I have to block with the Lumimancer, although presumably I would have to play around Pump of some kind. Okay, 4/4 Vigilance Menace, but we have 3 damage in the air a turn. Sure, they get to get a Plains. That's fine, actually. Because if they couldn't play it with 8 mana, I'm not that worried about it. Like, they could have Welcome Surprise? What the hell is it called? I don't know. The big, like, 8 mana red card. But, oh my god, deck. Well, at least it's a third white. So that's something. 3 in the air, no reach. So yeah, they go to 5. Okay, 2 more turns. We've got blockers for days.
It's pretty good, man.
I'd like to think so. And we're still at 20, so that's also pretty good.
Yeah, that's how I knew it was pretty good. Because having blockers for days doesn't necessarily mean that much if you're at 1.
Ooh, Ifrit Flame Painter, a 1/4 double strike, and when it deals combat damage to us, they can cast an instant or a sorcery from their graveyard without paying its mana cost. If it would be put into their graveyard, exile it instead. All right, so what we're going to do here... You do?
Yeah.
I'm going to block... like this and like that.
Yeah, I think it does a great job of really capturing the beauty of ballet.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think these blocks are amazing because the War Singer without pump will now deal 2 damage to us by trample, and both of the creatures in their graveyard are CMC 3 or mana value 3. So they won't be able to get a creature back. And they have a tough decision to make because they can only kill one of our creatures. If they kill the Dusk Mage, okay. Like, it sucks that it didn't have a counter on it. But if they kill the Unwilling Ingredient, we can immediately pay 3, draw a card, and lose a life. So, yep, and that's exactly what they did, which is totally fine. And we kill their 4/4, and before our turn, we draw a card and lose a life. And it was a spell and the Blade Historian. We don't have the mana for it yet.
Okay.
But... this gets flying, and we win now, I think. Depends on what the last card in their hand is. But I think I'm going to use this. Oh, whenever a creature blocks this turn, its controller loses 1 life. Interesting.
Nice.
All right, so I'm going to kill the War Singer, I guess? Because now they have more things in their graveyard, but... what is this? No, they can cast instants or sorceries from their graveyard without paying its mana cost. I guess it's that one. Sure. I'm going to give it flying... God bless you. They conceded. Yep.
Oh.
I did, in fact, get good.
Thank you, the get good monster.
All right, so you're done with this? Because that's good?
For the time being, it seems fine.
Okay. I mean, look, if I have to put it back on, I'll put it back on. I just don't want to drain my phone's battery.
Yeah, fair.
It's only at 79%.
And that was updating slower than this was.
Oh, okay.
When this was having trouble updating, that was going slower than
Sure.
it.
All right, well, we're 2-1. Let's keep it going. The only loss we had was for a bad keep, so... We have now officially drawn the Blade Historian once and not done well with it. Or not been able to use it, I guess, is more what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, we might end up...
Matador Actual.
Nice.
Okay. Like, do they actually fight bulls? Because that'd be pretty sweet.
Yeah.
All right, so it's Star Pupil turn 1, and then keep up Lash of Malice and Beaming Defiance after that. It's not a great hand to start with, but it'll work. Another land is not great. I don't like that. It's a lot of land. It's not even Blade Historian mana either. Okay. Nothing for them. So we play this. Combat. Attack for 1. And end our turn. Okay. So we can +2/-2 if they play something that we want to kill. We can save our creature if they try to target it by giving it +2/+2 and hexproof. We got options. Flame Scroll Celebrant. Whenever an opponent activates an ability that isn't a mana ability, we take 1, and they can buff it. +2/+1. But they're not going to get that chance because it's dead. Okay.
Nice.
It is nice. You know what's not nice? Drawing more land. Sure. Combat. Attacks. I mean, to be fair, we have 5 for the Pledge Mage, but not right now, obviously. But we will. Like, we know we have that land. Prismari Apprentice. Okay. It's pretty good. Pass and take our turn. We drew a Lumimancer. That's actually a pretty good play. Let's play this and this. And then we go to combat. and attack. You have to assume I have something here, so I doubt you block. Just go to 17, right? Okay, good. I was like, what? All right. I couldn't imagine them blocking. Like, you just risk getting blown out so hard right there. Shock.
I'm sorry.
We'll just do it. It's fine. Okay. All right. Yes! They're trying so hard to kill that card that we debated not even including our attack.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Waste resources. Waste resources.
Pilgrim, but... Oh, and that gets us our 4th planes, actually. That's fun. But let's go to combat first. Let's attack for 1 and see what happens.
I hope nobody's saying anything because it's not telling me that you are.
Amy needs that constant feedback.
No, it's
I'm
having
joking.
trouble. So
I'm
trying
messing with you. It's okay.
I just feel bad if I'm like not reading stuff that people are saying and they're like, what the hell is happening?
Nope. We're still good according to the backup chat, if you will.
Okay.
All right. Let's go to... I guess we'll reveal it, put it into our hand, and then shuffle. All right, fine. 4th planes. 4th planes. Yes. Play it. Then we'll play this unwilling ingredient. And we will absolutely attack, because if they want to trade off their flyer and their apprentice, yeah, I didn't think so. Okay. Didn't think so.
Yeah.
If this is a race, I'm down for the race. Sure. We can take 5 here. They look at the top 2. Any of them into the... They put both land into the graveyard and then drew a card. But it was an unknown, so hopefully it was also a land. Because God knows we've never dealt with that before. Hey, a tenured Inkcaster. Each opponent loses 1 life, and you gain a life whenever a creature with a counter attacks. All right, so let's play the Inkcaster. Let's put the counter on the unwilling ingredient. And then we can attack with the 5/5, the 1/1, and the 2/2. And then they lose 2, we gain 2. And then they figure out how they want to block. But it's 9 to 20, which feels nice. They have Arcane Subtraction to make it a 1/5, and they learn. That's fine. They get a Spirit Summoning to make a Spirit. Sure. Okay, so they... Ooh! So they double block, but we still get to kill your flyer? Okay. Works for me, man. Works for me. They're at 6, and we're at 20. And we have 2 creatures with counters and a tenured Inkcaster.
Wow.
Yeah. That feels pretty okay. Oh, yeah, that's true, Erica. Well, best of luck. God knows. Oh, they conceded. They played the Spirit Summoning and conceded. But yeah, God knows that we've had those situations of like, okay, well, we gotta... Ooh.
Yeah, wow. Platinum tier 4?
Hell yeah. But yeah, we've had those situations of like, we want to go do this and this, but like,
yeah,
we just cannot.
That's not a thing.
Yeah.
Maybe, I don't know, you're creative in the kitchen, Erica. I think you could maybe come up with something to make with a couple of scraps that you find in the cabinets.
There's that super shitty Hellman's commercial that's on now, where it's like, I made nothing into something.
Right.
that like very shitty singer. With a man who, by the way, is eating while holding a baby in like one of those carriers that you strap on. It's like a backpack but in the front. So a front front pack. I said the wrong thing. Anyway.
Baby front pack.
Sure.
Baby fanny pack.
Which he absolutely would be dropping food on that child's head.
Yes.
Or in the pack, which is so much worse.
You're right. Sure.
Ugh, gross. All right, here's a Lumimancer. Soothsayer Adept is a 1/3. That's pretty good for them.
I'm pretty good at that kind of thing. Just like looking at what like random cans of whatever are in the cabinets and going, I guess I could probably do this.
All right, so scry 1, draw a card with opt.
Definitely not the best thing you're gonna eat, but it's a thing to eat.
Yeah. Pass, no attacks. We drew a closing statement. Interesting. All right, let's play the Pilgrim. Go get another planes. We now have all 4 planes that we need, by the way. Once we get this, at least. Sure.
That's good.
It is good. No attacks with my O1. No, that would be okay. Thanks. Draw a card, then discard a card. Sure. They discarded Divine Gambit. Yeah, that card's bad.
Yeah. But that's kind of like the way I
bad.
cook, too. I'm very, like, fly by the seat of my pants, the way I cook.
Ooh, Dream Strix.
I'm not a planner or a put things out first kind of person or a measure things. Like, that's not the way I cook.
Yeah. All right, let's +2, -2. They have to sacrifice it. Clever Lumomancer. And they get to learn, but they don't have a 3/2 flyer anymore. And that's more what I was concerned about. Let's play this, and then we'll... Huh. I guess it's the Pledge Mage. Yeah, it is. Because next turn is closing statement, so yeah, that's much better. No attacks this turn, but... Closing statement next turn, kill whatever they play in addition to the Soothsayer, but maybe they don't because they're environmental sciencing. Oh, they got a white. White, green, and white, blue are not... Yes, we kill the Vortex Runner. Hell yeah. That's exactly what I wanted to see. And so we'll play the planes they know about. We'll closing statement on the Vortex Runner. Put a +1/+1 counter on... Huh. The Pledge Mage. We'll give it... Lifelink this time? This time, lifelink. And then attack for 4. Cool. They did not sack their creature, which is fine with me.
Check it out, Joe. Check it out.
That is rude. Very rude. Wow, Elite Spellbinder... Alright, that's enough. Elite Spellbinder is going to make that cost 4 instead of 2.
It was just enough.
And was it, though?
Because Mise en Place is overrated.
I disagree.
So overrated.
Alright, let's play this land.
She says, catch me in the kitchen surrounded by bottles and shakers and packages. Yeah, I have to clean my kitchen every day because I literally make such a mess every time I cook in it that I have to clean it prior to dinner time, and then I have to clean it again after I've made dinner in there. And I just try not to make too much of a mess prior to dinner, so I don't have to do like a huge cleaning prior to dinner. But I usually clean my kitchen twice a day.
All right, so they know we have Beaming Defiance. They know we have the mana for it. Sure, you draw a card and learn, but now you're out of mana. So, are you just drawing a card to, like, see what you can get? I mean, it gets 2 cards into your hand. One is Fractal Summoning. Next to blocks. But yeah, you know I have Beaming Defiance. You know I'm going to use Beaming Defiance. And if you're already blocking with the Elite Spellbinder, then I don't need to give it flying. And a Pilgrim in my graveyard is fine. That's like what we want. The Lumomancer gets buffed. We'll give it lifelink, so we gain 6 life in the process. They're at 16, and we're at 30. We lost 1 creature, which we can get back. So I am not that concerned. And we have a blocker if they really feel like they need to attack us for 1. And we care to not go to 29. But Extus. Exile our thing that we can't get back. The closing statement? Sure. And our Pledge Mage, which is a better option for them, but still.
I'm also rough with stuff, Erica. So like, there was a soy sauce, and the cap was all like busted, even though I hadn't even opened it yet.
Wow, they blocked. They let us give our first striker a counter. Okay.
It was an unopened container of soy sauce, but the cap was all busted. So I when I opened it to use it, I had to put it in a Nalgene. And it's just in a Nalgene in the door of the fridge.
I remember that. It made me very uncomfortable. I was like, what? Why is this Nalgene in our fridge with just black liquid in it? It's very
I was like,
odd.
don't drink it.
No
You're
attacks?
going to be very disappointed if you drink that.
Yeah, exactly. All right, no attacks this turn. They played a 5/5. Congrats, you did it. I want to draw a spell pretty badly. Study Break would be an incredible... Now that I see the introduction of Prophecy, Study Break would be an incredible draw here. Incredible. I would settle for Blade Historian. And by settle, I mean be also fine with Blade Historian. Although, not a spell, notably. But still. Waterfall Aerialist is a bit of a problem. Tenured Inkcaster. Huh.
She can't be good. She's tenured.
She's tenured.
So she's
And they
just
get
phoning
lazy.
it in.
Wow, rude. Wow. Very rude.
Yeah, it is rude.
+1/+1 counter on target creature. Who gets the counter?
I don't actually think that about teachers. Good teachers are good teachers and bad teachers are bad teachers.
Yeah.
That's just the way
Our friend Dave is tenured, so he's
Yes, he just got tenured
That's right.
recently. So
And it well deserved.
yeah.
He works very hard.
Yes.
Very, very hard and cares a lot.
Yes. Like too much. I feel bad.
All right, so we'll play the Pilgrim back as we know that we're going to do it. Let's take the action, get a plains, play the plains.
Okay, she's making bacon yakisoba noodles.
Okay, I'm down.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah. All right, so they're keeping this 5/5 back a lot. Did we already play our 5/5 this game? No, we did not. Because the only thing they exiled was the Silver Quill Pledge Mage and the closing statement. Sure. All right, 22 cards left in our library, which is still a lot of cards. They have another Kelpie guide. This is definitely going in the other direction, which is very frustrating. 5 in the air puts us to 22. We drew a Pillar Drop Rescuer, which gets back mana value 3 or less from our graveyard to our hand, which is only the Star Pupil. But hey, it works, and it's a flyer, which means it will block the Aerialist quite nicely. Which is really all I want in life, right?
I mean,
Star Pupil, play the Star Pupil.
it's definitely not all I want in life. I can tell you that right
Isn't
now.
that unfortunate for all of us?
It is for me. I don't know about y'all.
Do we still, speaking of dinner, do we still have more of dinner left over after this?
We do.
Good.
But I was going to ask you if we could have something different.
Then yes. Whatever you want. Like that we would have to leave to get?
Yeah.
Yeah, I want that too.
Really?
Of course, always.
You know what I'm
Always.
thinking about?
I mean, because the other place that we would typically get from is not open when we're done streaming, then yes,
Okay.
I know what you're going to say. And yes. Ooh, Crushing Disappointment. Okay. Well, if we draw Blade Historian here, I'm going to be a little upset, but otherwise it's fine.
Can you explain to me this art?
On Crushing Disappointment?
No, this Pledge Mage, the Lorehold one. Like, I don't know what I'm seeing.
Wow.
Oh, what the hell, Arena?
F you, Arena.
What the fuck?
F
This is just
you.
stupid.
Because they have 8 or more lands, so they can tap our stuff now. Yeah, these Kelpie guides are going to be a problem. Okay. They tap our flyer as well. They're at 14.
Oh, she says, did you know that ketchup and Worcestershire sauce combined with soy sauce and sugar makes a killer stir-fry sauce?
Huh.
I didn't. Well, I didn't either, because I typically don't buy ketchup or Worcestershire sauce because we just don't really use Worcestershire sauce very often. And we don't use ketchup really either. I hate ketchup. The only time I ever get ketchup is when I think I'm going to make barbecue sauce out of the ketchup.
The only time I was ever like really into ketchup was in college, and I used to have my breakfasts in the morning where I would mix my home fries with ketchup.
Gross. I hate that.
It's like French fries. It's like French fries with ketchup.
I hate potatoes with ketchup.
Oh, okay.
I hate eggs with ketchup. I just hate ketchup on stuff. The only thing I like ketchup on is like a burger.
So many tappers. We're going to lose this game. Like I said, it was starting to go in the other direction. Okay, they're only attacking in the air, so that's good. The only problem is they keep playing flyers.
Yeah.
And good flyers at that. And they have a card that can exile one of our things, and it should be the Inkcaster, but another unwilling ingredient. Okay, well, sure, I guess. I don't want to play any more of these swamps. Combat?
Back in the day, I used to have to make my own barbecue sauce because I couldn't just go to the store and buy one that was gluten-free. So nowadays they will say that they're gluten-free or they'll specifically use ingredients that are gluten-free. But, you know, back when I first became gluten-free, that wasn't a thing. So I would buy ketchup that was gluten-free and mix it with molasses and cumin. And that's how I would make barbecue sauce.
What? I don't understand what they're splashing white for. Like, do they have, I guess, Rise of Extus maybe, and the Spellbinder? Like, but they're playing, like, Divine Gambit. What a weird... Okay. It's just very odd. Because this is a draft, not sealed. Like, this feels like a sealed deck to me that they're playing. I mean, they're going to beat us, so I'm not, like, talking down on it and saying it's bad. It's just a surprise. It's 3 colors where the white has no business. Like, it doesn't, there's no Azorius and there's no Selesnya. So it's just a weird pairing with this. Although, because they're just playing Azorius with, like, a Quandrix Campus. Like, they don't have any forests on the field. They have no green cards because Fractal Summoning is double blue. So they're literally playing Azorius.
Yeah, interesting. Hey, I mean, like you said, they're beating us, so I mean, they didn't make the worst decision by doing that they could have.
I guess. I mean, we also, like, I don't know. There's a fine line in moments. There's a fine line in moments like this where you can go from like trying to understand what happened to being bitter. So, yes, we drew a ton of land, and that is not to take away from our opponent's abilities and the cards that they have and etc. This study break will help us, kind of. But we're going to want to play it now because the thing that we get is a sorcery. So, but we can't. That doesn't make sense. All right, we will pass. Let's go to combat and see what they do.
You used to eat ketchup sandwiches as a kid. Was that because you didn't have stuff to put on the sandwich or because you actually liked ketchup that much?
Right, because I've heard that story from families too, that like just sometimes you got to do ketchup sandwiches. Like,
yeah.
I'll say no attacks. I'll end my turn and then see what they do in terms of this Pillar Drop Rescuer here. I think... Oh, what is this? Pay an extra 2. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, we can do that. That's fine. Okay, so the scry on that resolves. I could have played the extra land. I don't think I need to. I think what I'm going to do is, when they go to combat, I'm going to tap their Waterfall Aerialist and their Frost Trickster, I guess. They're 2... like automatically flyers, and then maybe the Orator instead. Because then if they attack with the Frost Trickster, I can block with the Rescuer. So.
Oh, that's interesting.
Okay, I can't block the Rescuer anymore.
She says, I hate ketchup now, but I liked it then.
Okay.
Okay, so you like made yourself hate it by eating it so much, probably, right? Interesting.
Possibly.
I did that with curry. One of the dishes that my mom used to make when I was a kid was this curry dish that I loved so much, and I just got to a point where I don't like curry anymore because of like...
Wow, opponent. Wow! Alright, I guess they win. We don't even get a chance to use this card. Yeah. So frustrating.
That sucks.
Yep. It's alright. Again, like, Kelpie Guide's pretty good.
Yeah.
Late game, it just shuts down everything your opponent's doing. But we also didn't see anything meaningful in our last, 5 to 10 turns. Unfortunate. But, fine, and we can still do one more game before the end of the stream. And if it's a loss and we're done, then that's fine. And if it's a win, then we'll keep going next week. No reason not to. Okay. Gaunt. Okay. 2 mana again, but this time we have a 1, a 3, a 4, a 5, and a 5. So we will mulligan. A 1, a 3, a 3, and a 1. But we have 3 land? Ew. What do we get rid of? Do we get rid of a land here? I'm going to try it. Am I stupid? We'll find out. We will find out. So far, it looks like I might be stupid, but we'll find out, as I said. Keep it coming. Professor of Symbology, that's pretty good. I have seen none of those in multiple drafts that we've done recently, I feel like. Combat. Oh, don't attack. End our turn. Study Break allows us to learn, which gets us a 3 mana card. But still. Sparring Regimen. Ugh. Jesus. Alright, you get to learn. I guess while you're doing that, I'm just gonna tap that.
Yeah,
and then we learn as well. Oh, I will. Look at her. I mean, wouldn't you want to? That's a joke. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you never know.
Wow.
Just because somebody doesn't look that amazing in bed doesn't mean they're not. The only way to find out is to try.
What a terrible piece of advice you just gave. 2 Inkling summonings. They have a Humiliate. This is humiliating. Have fun looking at our hand. Oh, in fact, while they're looking at our hand, let's shift it around. It won't shift around for them, but still. Any non-land, and then they get a +1/+1 counter on the Professor, plus then it attacks and it gets another +1/+1 counter. Ugh. We're going to lose this game too. Already we know we're going to lose it. 3/2, attacks, it's a 4/3, it untaps. No blocks. I'd love a 3rd land deck. That would be just the best. There it is. Thank you. Let's go with a Pilgrim. It gets us a guaranteed 4th land. It's a Plains. Yes, I will take that action. Alright. No attacks. Even if their creature was tapped, I still wouldn't attack with a 1/1 here.
Erica says, oh wow, a new sword was previewed in Modern Horizons 2.
Oh, okay. A new sort of blank and blank, like whatever it happens to be. Let's chump with Pilgrim. Ah, Lash of Malice. That can kill this apprentice. Sure. That's actually pretty sweet. Do we... Yeah. So we do this. Play the Dusk Mage. They have 2 mana open. Let's see if they have it. They sure do. And snapped it off instantaneously. Okay. Yeah, we're definitely losing this game. There is nothing that we can do. We're so far behind. Even though they have the same number of land that we do. Okay. So the Apprentice buffed itself. But, me taking 3 here isn't that big of a deal. So I'm going to do... Oh, right. Silly me. Still, this is the most damage. So I'll block there. Put the counter on the Dusk Mage. Good. Drew another Pledge Mage. It's unfortunate. I have to play it. Okay. No attacks.
Yep, Sword of Heart and Home. Hearth and Home.
That is a very awesome name. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
Very awesome. Ooh, look at their sleeves.
Oh, yes, it's a McKinnon that moves. It's
Yeah.
so cool.
Yeah. Gorgeous.
Love that art. Love it.
A 6/4 and a 2/1 flyer. And now the flyers are going to start getting bigger. And they can kill both of our creatures here. I guess we just chump block again. This feels awful. We're at 9. They have 6 damage in the air on board right now. So we'll play a land. Sparring Regimen, by the way, is busted as hell. Because I would never main board Enchantment Hate, ever. And I guess if you had a lesson for it, then that's great. But if not, there's just no way of dealing with it at all. It's just insanely good. We just play this 3/4 well behind the curve. And, I mean, like, I don't know. All right, 10 total, but 5 of it is in the air. 6 of it is in the air. So we can chump with the Mage Hunter again. Take 6. They played another flyer, so there is 0 card in our deck that lets us win, and especially not a land. So not even a good game, just concede. 20-3. We did not do a point of damage to them. But that means that is the end of this draft.
Okay.
And the end of this stream. I think, to make myself feel a little bit better about things, let's claim our prize. 1,000 gems is not bad. It's not bad at all.
No.
And 2 packs is also fine.
Okay.
Let's go to our packs. How many do we have? 23? We'll save it for future streams. Because it is after 10 o'clock, which means it is time for the end of our stream. I do want to thank every single one of you for watching, whether you're watching live or whether you're watching on the VOD, whether you were active in chat, which we greatly appreciate, each and every one of you who were, or whether you were not, whether you were lurking. You're amazing human beings regardless. And thank you so much for hanging out. Please don't forget, we have another stream coming up this Friday. 8 to 10 p.m. Eastern time, as all of our streams are, Mondays and Fridays. And on Fridays, we play video games besides MTG Arena. Mondays is MTG Arena. And Friday, we will be continuing through our playthrough of Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 2.
Yes.
Where we will be finishing up the Cell Saga this week, and then moving on to whatever things they have in between the Cell Saga and the Buu Saga. And then the Buu Saga comes after that. So definitely stay tuned for that. Thank you all so very much for watching. I really hope everybody enjoyed. There are 3 new videos coming out this week on Video Games for All. 1 video already came out today here on Geek for All, and there are 2 more this week as well. Hopefully everybody enjoyed our show, our new series that started on Sunday on Video Games for All. For Democratic Socialism Simulator.
Oh, that was a tough one.
So hopefully people get a chance to check that out, and maybe we can discuss it on Friday, because I'm very interested to hear people's thoughts on that.
There's a lot going on with that one.
We also filmed it, and we say this in the video, but we filmed it prior to the results of the election coming out. So that was a hell of a thing.
Oh my gosh. There was so much emotion tied up in that game.
Exactly. So definitely check that out. That's over on Video Games for All. Link down in the description box below if you do not know where that is. Good night, Erica. Thank you so much for hanging out.
Yeah, it's always nice to see you in chat. And
exactly.
Any of you, really. But,
exactly.
But Erica is, very active in chat, so she has a little bit of a special place in my heart specifically. But
again, as we said, shout outs to each and every one of you. We appreciate you, and we will talk to you live on Friday or anywhere else that you want to associate with us in the comment section of any of our videos on our socials. Links down in the description box below for that as well. But for now, from us here at the Geek for All family of channels, I have been Joe.
And I'm Amy.
And as we always say, in whichever video or stream of ours you watch next, we will see you all next time. Thanks, everybody.